the government is putting policies on all this. So your thoughts and your contribution will be really useful to those who are drafting the policies and legislations and all this. Okay, we can start with the first witness. Please. Introduce yourself with your background, whatever information needs to be captured, and then you can start.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman and the committee. I represent TV1 over here, and my name is Vashika Sharma. I'm from Fiji, and I've been here for the last 10 years and working for TV1 for the last 10 years. So I manage the acquisition part of the business, of the media business, and I also work closely with Salome, the newsroom, the production team, the transmission team, and basically the whole team of TV1, basically. Coming back to the main topic over here of how we can improve journalism, I think in the last 2 days we've been hearing a lot about getting the framework right from the educational system, and I totally agree with that, actually. Getting the educational framework right is very important, and also getting the students into the workforce before they graduate is another thing that should be compulsory, actually. Back in Fiji, we used to have many years ago that we have to have attachments with the companies before we graduate, and that is very important, actually, because students at that time, in that 1 year or 6 months or 1 year, they decide if they really want to do journalism or they want to pursue to another career. So school system versus the workforce are two different things, actually. And a lot of students, they decide at that particular time that, okay, I think journalism is not something that I want to do. I want to do something else. Maybe I can go into business administration and more into the PR system. So I think the attachments and the working of on a temporary basis before the graduation is very important, and getting into the workforce fully, making up their mind as a journalist that I want to be in this role or in this career is very important. That's, I think, and once they're in the system of journalism, it doesn't stop over there. And I think all the media houses, and we have been starting to do that internally as well, in-house as well. We do lots of trainings as well. With the help of ABC, I think we did one a few months ago. We have to have the structures in place where we have policies and journalism policies, in-house policies, I would say, that protects our own journalists and guides them on what is right and what is wrong in terms of biasness, in terms of what is not ethical, and how we can treat things in a different way, because cases are all different. Sometimes it's biasness, sometimes it's unethical. All those cases are treated very differently, and that's been captured in the policies, in-house policy. So getting the in-house policies is very, very important to make sure that each staff or each reporter understand what is important to know, actually, at that particular time. That's all, and then I will give it to Salome, because she's really into she's the chief editor for TV1, so she's really into journalism, so I'll give her to comment more on her expertise.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee members. My name is Salome. I currently oversee the TV1 newsroom as chief editor. Since we last met in the first session last year, I'm happy to relay to the committee that the TV1 newsroom was able to put together and roll out our media and journalism policy. And now we have in black and white an editorial process for both TV and online. In saying that, I'd like to put on record that Loop PNG is now rebranded as TV1 Online. It was rebranded in July of last year. So it operates now as TV1 Online, and it's solely managed by the TV1 management, and the newsroom oversees the content on the website, plus our social social media platforms. So that's Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, etc., YouTube as well. So in mentioning that, I'd like to stress on the relevance and importance of having an internal media and media policy solely for newsrooms. In our case, because we are an arm of the overall digital business, the policy is very necessary to keep our newsroom aligned to our practice as journalists. And also, when we put the policy together, we consulted our company code of conduct. That's for both Digicel and Telstra, as well as the media code of ethics. That's that the Media Council of Papua New Guinea is currently guardian to. The media and journalism policy, we ran a workshop on that. So all our staff in the TV department were taken through the whole policy, and so everybody is aligned. So currently we operate by that policy. We can make a copy available to the committee if on your request, or we can just send one as well. So you know what we've done since our last conversation. Secondly, I'd like to raise the point on training. On Tuesday, a couple of the speakers, I believe it was Mr. Eladona and Mr. Higgins, raised the point about having like an entry test kind of process to joining journalism, because what Mr. Higgins said was that you have to be able to speak English. As the chief editor, every day I probably look at 16 to 20 scripts a day. If a reporter doesn't write well, I can spend probably 20 to 30 minutes sitting on one script trying to make sense of it. It's time consuming. I can neglect other stories. I can overlook facts. And that's where little things like grammatical errors, misspelling happen. So I completely agree with what Mr. Higgins stressed on, like having like some sort of entry test for school leavers who want to join the trade, if you like, or join the industry, take it on as a career. Secondly, there was another mention about having some kind of MOA for cadetship. I think that's a really good idea that I support as well. Between 2018 and 2023, the TV1 newsroom was able to take on some students from Divine Word and the University of Papua New Guinea, and they were able to come on board and train with us. Sadly, we could only take at least about between 11 and 15 students over how many years that we were able to. We would like to do more of that. And so I would support that idea of having like an agreement in place, or something like that happening, so that it's a necessity, and we have something in black and white, so that we know that we have to play our part if we want good people, or effective journalists coming out from the universities. We as the employers or the people in the industry have to make it happen as well, play our part in that as well. I think that one of the questions that you raised with us last year was about in-house training as well. So as Vashika mentioned, we ran our first in-house training. Credits to the Media Council. There's a lot of, I want to put on record that there's a lot of good work happening behind the scenes that the Media Council is doing, and they deserve a lot of credit. Probably 18 months, they've done so much work. And right now, TV1 Newsroom, we're just an observer. We're not a member of the Media Council. and they involve us like every workshop they hold, every any little programs that they have with, say, for example, ABC or the BBC. They involve us all the time, and we're always grateful for that. And so I'd like to give credit to the Media Council for the work it's doing. And so through their partnership with the ABC, the TV1 Newsroom was able to run our first ever in-house training on the foundations of journalism. It was a 6-week training that we did, and we completed it. So ABC is just waiting for us on when they can issue us our certificates. We haven't decided on a time yet. But I look forward to more of those trainings, and I would encourage all the other newsrooms to also take these things very seriously, because then coming back to what you're saying about integrity of newsrooms and journalists, we have to be at that standard where people expect, the expectation of our audiences is like we're supposed to be, the people that disseminating facts and disseminating truth to the masses. So trainings is very relevant. Thank you.
Thank you, Salome. Thank you that you have taken some of our advice from the first inquiry and you've actually implemented your workplace. We would be keen to see the policies you have done, and maybe the other newsroom have not such policies, then you can say among them. Your newsroom is managed overseas or in PNG? It's local. So that's good.